Hey everyone, we're gonna get started in just 1 second. I gotta do some basic checks as always. Alright, I got my drink. Chat is good. Mic is working. Chat box is up. What's up, Galaxy? How are you? Haven't even done my intro yet. You are here so early. Like, as soon as we started, damn. Alright. Hey everyone, it's Rain, and we are back with more Honkai Star Rail. Today we're going to be doing the new Trailblaze mission. I think it's called Mundane Troubles, if I remember correctly. It is part 2 of, like, the Ruan May Research Lab area, I think. Not really sure. I didn't even know there was 2 Trailblaze quests until, like, I think last week when I did it. The first one, so... we're gonna jump in, we're gonna get started. I think there's some new events up, too. I think 2 have gone up since, I played last, so... we might do those today, too. We'll see if we have time. Alright, let's bring up the live screen. And let's jump in and get started. Oh, I didn't actually know that this was a thing, like the phone cases. I knew the text bubbles were, so I had 2 of these from the old events. And I didn't know it. The phone wallpapers. I had this forever, and I didn't know it. But yeah, this one's cuter, so I'm using this one. Alright, so let's head over... I'm doing some more of those puzzles here. I was doing these. I don't know how many of these there are, but I was doing them for like an hour earlier, and I still haven't finished them. But I keep getting rewards from them, so... I mean, I'll take it. What's this? Trailblaze mission. Here. Navigate. I'm grinding in Honkai and back third. Oh, good luck. I know everyone's like really excited for Huwa. She comes out on Tuesday, guys. I'm so excited for that. Is Asta not here? I'll let her know. The ID here looks familiar. It's that one research dude. What's wrong? So is Asta missing? Is that going to be this mission?
Harrider Newsflash.
Oh,
Good
okay.
evening, Madam Herta fans. This is an urgent broadcast. The great Madam Herta, member 83 of the Genius Society, has been targeted in an attack at the space station. Her current whereabouts are unknown, with no group having stepped forward to claim responsibility.
And Herta is missing?
Many Heritors are upset at the ineptitude of upper management, having issued strong protest and condemnation.
Dr. May did it, right? Ruan May did it. She kidnapped them, probably doing evil experiments on them. I did not expect to see a news station. That was really funny. That's more like it. I'm still riding on the high of thinking, like, I really still don't like Ruan May. It's been like 2 weeks since I've done the last Trailblaze mission. And you'd think I'd calm down a little bit, but every time I, like, interact with this girl, I'm like, I just don't like her. And I guess I have that character in, like, every game. Like, there's at least one character in each Hoyoverse game that I find I just really don't like. Like, I really do not like Diona and Genjin. Oh, whoa. No, she did that? What? And now we're strapped
Mr.
to a
Squirrelum,
seat.
this was a premeditated attack.
Conclusion. Their target was the space station, but their strategies are still unknown to us.
That's right. Which is precisely
Dr.
why we need him.
Ratio! Dude, he's so
The
hot.
last to lay eyes on Herta's puppet before the attack was him.
And you are?
This is Dr. Ratio of the Intelligentsia Guild, a delegate from the IPC.
He's only just woken up, dazed. He may
Ugh,
need
I do
a
hate
few
the mask
pointers.
though. I really don't understand why he does
We
that.
cross paths again. Do you remember me? Of course. Why would you? Memory is such a fickle thing, after all.
Mr. Trailblazer, you must have many questions. Please be patient. Asta will explain it all to you.
Okay.
You
So
probably
you're not
know the
missing.
gist of things already. A few system hours ago, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal.
Isn't there a bunch of them though? Wouldn't the others know where the other puppet is? There's no surveillance.
No. The attack happened on
Did
a
you
base
see his
outside
trailer?
the station.
I
beyond the
did. I
surveillance
recorded
camera's
a
range.
reaction. It should be coming out tomorrow morning.
She's away on a visit. This issue didn't seem to trouble her much.
She received an invitation from the IPC before the attack occurred.
Ah, the technology department. Charming little place, isn't it? Madame Yabuli does possess some semblance of competence, but her subordinates...
I'm so happy we're getting him for free
Oh,
because
they're a riot.
it just
Brimming
makes
with
it so easy to go
enthusiasm,
for his
yet
light cone.
utterly devoid of intellect. It's as if evolution halted prematurely for them.
it's like Hoyoverse themselves knew that everyone was gonna simp for this man, so they made his light cone as like sexy and over sex appealed as possible. He's just sitting in the bathtub.
They want to start some new collaborations with Herta, and have graciously extended an invite for me to play the role of science consultant. It's
Although they did
delightfully
kind of do that with
amusing.
Don Hong and
I
Calca
can't
too.
wait to witness firsthand how these geniuses from the so-called Super Smart Club squander the IPC's vast resources. However, this attack was timed a little too well. I can't help but wonder if someone leaked this information, and the attackers seized the opportunity.
I've long heard that you're one of the best researchers in the guild, Dr. Ratio. We are honored to have your assistance.
Yep.
Save your flattery. Time is hardly a luxury we can squander. To debate the merits of mere mortals in the company of an actual genius? Quite the paradox, if you ask me.
Okay.
Excuse me, you. Tell me, what were you doing the last time you saw
You.
that puppet?
Probably running errands for Herta?
Don't play the fool. Think.
I think I was.
Some system hours ago.
Oh, right. I need your help with something else. That curio's gone missing, and I can't just forget about it. Go find it for me when you have the time. I'm sure you can manage that, can't you? Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's alive, but it doesn't have a body.
Okay.
Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
I think she mentioned something important, but I can't remember. If only there were some hints.
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ask Asta if you want someone to help you.
My memory
Okay.
is kind of hazy.
So we were running errands for her.
What did I do after? This is what I recall before I met Herta, but I can't remember some of the details.
Wait, are there more posters on the wall than there were before? And what happened to Herta's?
Let me try to remember the conversation with Asta.
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body. Sorry, but nothing comes to mind.
Is it like a possessed person?
Maybe the researchers at the Departments of Ecology or Insight may have an idea? Hinkle and are around here somewhere. I'd suggest you ask them
so
about
other
it.
person.
Asta seems to have mentioned 2 names. 2 researchers from the Departments of Ecology and Insight.
Those
Hinkle?
despicable villains are distorting the truth
Or
online.
Isn't Hinkle's partner Dingle? Didn't
If I discover
we interact
who's
with them
behind this,
before, Hinkle and
they're
Dingle?
gonna wish they'd never crossed me. A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body? Isn't that just a jinx?
Jinx.
Oh, nowadays people call them wubbaboos?
Oh, a wubbaboo.
Well, I might be the Department of Ecology head, but I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to curios. Adler would be of more help, but he's been investigating some paranormal
Adler.
phenomenon. I haven't seen him all.
So not only I have to find this curio, but I have to find a person too.
I must say, it's a little embarrassing for the space station to be in such disarray while guests are visiting. We've been through a huge crisis and are still recovering. People are growing more and more distrustful of the management here. It's probably
Probably the
turned into
goal,
a big
though.
headache for Asta too.
If they can get people to distrust the management, maybe they can get them fired or get them removed, and then someone else can take their place.
Never
Conspiracy
mind.
theory,
I shouldn't be telling
maybe.
you this. It's something that we researchers need to resolve ourselves. Pretend I did.
Adler. Right. Then I ran into Arlen.
Okay, so we have to go find Arlen now.
Adler was with him. And Adler was with Arlen. They were involved in some sort of incident.
This is just gonna be like a murder mystery, isn't it? This whole mission. It's gonna be like a murder mystery themed.
He went to the scene alone with Peppy? How could you let him?
I have the most crazy theory in this quest. What was your crazy theory?
Calm down, Brother Arlen. I know you're upset.
What are you people up to?
We're walking the dog.
We're having a walk.
Can you get your story straight first?
Like I said, we're walking the dog.
So I'm the dog?
They seem to be hiding something.
Is there something you need?
Has anyone ever actually used Arlen? I feel really bad because he was one of the first like 4 stars I ever got, but I never built him. Never even tried to. I like his character.
Really?
I just
What a coincidence.
He sucks.
We're looking for him too. That kid sure is brave, running straight to the scene on his own. No danger. Of course he's not in danger.
the second quest takes place in another universe, like an alternate timeline.
Brother Arlen, I can't keep this up anymore.
But I thought all Trailblaze quests were canon.
Let's walk and talk. Why are you looking for Adler?
I guess it could.
A lost curio. I see.
Maybe there's an
He'll be able to help.
inconsistency or something that could prove it. We'll see.
Careful.
More enemies.
Me, I did firsts.
Time for a buzz.
Heaven surge. Rise! I'll see you off.
You took the bait. We shall take back what we lost.
Yes, but the quest debunked the theory. Aw, that's so sad. That sucks. It would have been really cool. It would have been like a big throw off.
Over there!
I was fully ready to believe you too.
Because I thought he's in trouble. Let's go!
trickier to crack.
Okay, so
This
4,
combat needs
3,
optimizing.
1. Space.
This is double speed.
Lower its defense and all that.
is not the
Get rid of any of its status buffs. Some bosses start with some.
Awaken dormant scales. World cleansing dragon.
Get our stacks up.
Time
Buff
for a
us
bug.
more.
Heaven surge. Break.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Lend me your
Hung.
strength. We've entered the
Increase our
storm.
crit.
To guard and defend. Crush them.
I've been using this team a lot.
Heaven surge.
You don't really need Luocha or Silverwolf for it, but
Peppy, are you okay?
like you can use Tingyun for this team instead of Silverwolf and have like 2 buffers, which works really, really well because Bronya and Tingyun's attack buffs, they don't stack on top of each other, so they're separate and they multiply together, which is really, really good. Plus, you know, her getting his ult back up so we can get more stacks. And then if you don't want to use Luocha, Lynx works really well as well. Bailu, not so much, but Lynx does pretty good.
That's me. What's up?
I've been kind of experimenting with that team, mainly because I didn't want to use just all 5 stars.
He wants to ask you something about Curios. I'll leave you to it. Adler,
Silverwolf
Peppy's
is
in your hands
really,
now.
really good against bosses, but
Oh, about that investigation.
you really don't
I asked
need her if you have the type advantage anyway, you know?
Don't worry. I think I figured something out. Catch you later.
What's up?
So, which curio do you want to know about?
Why is he a kid?
That's all you got? Too abstract.
That's all Herta said.
Well, there's beauty in the abstract, I guess.
And I thought this universe that in the quest, this is when we stay at the space station. Oh.
Have you asked the Department of
Like
Ecology
instead of going
head?
on the Trailblaze, this would be if we stay at the space station. Got it.
She's not wrong. But that
See,
doesn't
I
feel entirely
understand
right
that,
either.
but like, this takes place right after the Ruan May stuff. And wasn't March 7th in that quest?
What did I say?
Hey,
now
the
that you
Triforce.
mention it, I have a wild hypothesis.
That's a
But it needs verifying.
that's a cute little reference to Zelda.
Let's call it a day.
Adler seems to have gotten a lead, but what was the information I forgot? Let's go over it from the start. I may have overlooked something. Right. My memories of Arlen and Adler are hazy. I need to remember the other person Asta mentioned.
Okay. So let's head back and yeah. Yeah, it did get debunked. That sucks.
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body. Sorry.
Use that.
How's it going? Did you find the information? I see. Is that what Hinkle and think? At least that counts as a lead. See? My researchers are pretty outstanding.
You seem a bit anxious.
Anxious? Me? Is it that obvious?
What did you do, Asta?
After the Legion's invasion, the space station has been under constant scrutiny. Physical damage can be easily repaired, but it takes a long time to heal the wounds in people's hearts.
Fair.
Some researchers have been questioning the management and security of the space station ever since the invasion.
The invasion at like the beginning of the game? Isn't the antimatter legion like crazy? Like they just appear and start attacking everything? We did win in the end. They're like giant raids. who were sent there from like the gods. The
Things
eons.
had settled down a bit with the reconstruction efforts.
How do you defend against
but
that?
the
And we did win in the
disappearances
end.
have
Like,
rattled them again. Yes. 4 researchers have inexplicably disappeared in a matter of days.
but I'm proud of
No
myself for
exit
coming out
logs,
with
no
that theory.
traces,
That's,
vanished.
you know, theories are fun. They, having crazy theories about games is really, really fun. That's why I still, like, really love the theory about March being, like, Alicia, or connected to Alicia somehow. Because it's crazy, and it's definitely a crack theory, but it's fun. It's fun to try and come up with proof for make-believe bullshit.
People were just starting to regain their footing after the catastrophe. I didn't want panic to spread, so I suppressed the reports and told the security department to investigate in secret. However, as you can see, it's hard to keep secrets in a sardine can like this. Rebuilding trust is harder than establishing it in the first place. I'm concerned someone's pulling strings to sway public opinion. Anyway, the most important thing is to get to the bottom of the disappearances.
Do you need help?
That's okay, but thank you for the offer. Aren't you helping Madame Herta with something already?
Oh, did you guys see that, for Honkai Impact 3rd, Part 2 story, the, protagonist can be either male or female? See, I was under the conclusion that she was just going to be a female character like Kiana, but you can actually pick a male character. First ever playable main story male character.
Oh, by the way, I heard about the thing mentioned, and I'll look into it too. I'll find a way to solve the problem for the space station.
So I did consult someone else other than Hinkle. The only thing I remember is that they're from the Department of Insight. The other person should be from the Department of Insight. I need to remember who it is.
So the Department of Insight.
The other person should be from the Department of Insight.
Let's go.
Identifying that person is crucial. It could...
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's an... Send me a signal when you see traces.
I think she mentioned something important, but if only there were some hints.
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit.
Okay.
The other person should be from the Department of Insight.
Hey, what brings you here, Rick?
I'm not that wonderful.
It's all taken care of. As long as the money's there, it's all good.
Suspicious? Afro Man suspicious?
Here's the account you asked for. It's legit and secure.
Sure. Can I help you
she
with
is
something?
like super creeped out by him too.
Oh, you flatter me.
Ew!
I'm just a
Don't
pet
say it
bird
like
doing
that.
a little
When?
business on the side. Small scale. Best left under the table. But if you ever make it big in the guild, don't forget your humble friend, okay?
Ew.
Again? How many times has it been? You're really pushing my buttons.
He's like trying way too hard.
Here too. My memories are just a jumbled mess of... Did my memory piece together irrelevant information? Now I remember. The other person is Emily. What did Emily say?
My basic on my theory is number one in the crew was in the room with us. Oh. No one in the crew? Yeah, I guess, but like...
I say.
For the last couple quests, we haven't seen much of March and Dan Heng.
Looking young lady.
We haven't seen much of Dan Heng at all since the Imbiber Lune stuff, actually.
I'm not that wonderful. I'm just okay. No need to be modest. At my age, you get a feel for intelligence. Though I confess I did hear someone say you were the shining star of the Department of Insight.
Sure. Can I help you with something?
See this material here? People are so inconsiderate. How's someone like me supposed to make out the small print? I'm not getting any younger. and my eyesight is failing. Do you think you can...
Again? How many times has it been? You're really pushing my buttons.
Oh, another smart-looking youngster. Wonderful. It's about time.
Is that like her
we had some
catchphrase?
new
You're pushing my
recruits.
buttons.
Huh. Asta told you to find me? A curio that doesn't have a body but is alive. Isn't the Department of Ecology full of curio experts? However, I've heard of such a species.
Isn't
A colleague who
ecology
came back from a
Ruan
business
May's
trip
department?
said that the Cianjo Alliance
Do
has
I have
life
to go and
forms
see
like
her?
that. Don't get me wrong. I was merely relaying information. I didn't mean I'd help you.
I know she's like really good.
The atmosphere on the space station.
So like
has
I
been getting
could pull
stranger
for her
lately.
just for gameplay,
It's
but I
risky taking
don't want
sides.
to.
The Cianjo species Emily mentioned seems to be what inspired Adler.
I've like been debating this for a really long time. She goes away in like 4 days. She's so good
The
gameplay
disappearances
wise
Asta mentioned are
that it
likely
makes me
related
want to pull
the
for her.
Cianjo species Emily mentioned seems to be what inspired
But like
Adler.
personality and character wise, like
I figured you'd come to me to uncover the truth. I'm sorry. The situation is very delicate.
why isn't there a
I
railing?
can't say anything except that it's a secret mission.
You could easily fall off this place. Why isn't there a railing?
Just as I thought. I vaguely remember that Arlen said more. It's related to the thing I forgot.
Alright. This one? Oh, this one?
I'm sorry. The situation is very delicate. How did you know? I see.
I didn't.
Could you also tell that Lady Asta was feeling the pressure?
Have you found anything?
I'll be honest with you. It's been tough. The surveillance didn't capture anything regarding the researcher's disappearance.
Was it Dr. Horatio this entire time? Because isn't the group that he's a part of and the Genius Society at odds? How funny would it be if it was Dr. Horatio this whole time, just being a troll?
There's only one clue. Adler observed that the automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated around the time the disappearances occurred. That means that every victim's disappearance was accompanied by some inexplicable fire. The words they used were spontaneous.
Okay, got another memory
Have
thing.
you asked the Department of Ecology head? Huh. She's not wrong. But that doesn't feel entirely right either.
Okay, use this.
Huh. She's not wrong. But
The Alliance. Cianjo Alliance.
that's right! They're called Heliobi. I guess you could say that Wubbaboos and Heliobi are sort of like cousins. Both are types of energy life form. Huh. Now that you mention it, I have a wild hypothesis, but it needs verifying. Let's call it a day. Wait.
Spontaneous combustion of the human body.
What?
That's most likely the truth.
People are blowing up?
No, not this road.
Okay, well I guess I have to go that way. I was just gonna look around, see if there's anything else, because...
I need to go over it from the start.
Again? So, people are literally just exploding.
You forgot. It's an... Send me a signal when you see traces.
I think she mentioned something important, but if only there were some hints.
It's a Heliobi. Then we just...
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's an energy life form. It's alive, but it doesn't have a body. Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
So it's a Heliobi.
That's not the point. I wouldn't be bothering with it if it didn't have something to do with
Fun
the
fact,
Genius
that
Society.
real thing that happened in real life? Okay, what is it?
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for...
Okay.
I commend your stamina for recounting that interminable tale. You must be exhausted. My ears certainly are.
Well, F you too, dude.
So, to sum it up, the last time you laid eyes on Herta was in her office. She sent you on a wild goose chase for some trinket, the curio. After which you knew nothing else until Lady Asta contacted you.
Pretty much.
If that's the narrative you're sticking to, then indulge me. Who, pray tell, can substantiate this captivating drama?
Asta?
A second-hand account. She wasn't at the scene. Here's
affirmation. We can ask Herta herself.
Well, if you lace up those boots and start sprinting now, you might just catch the IPC shuttle in 4 system hours. But as it stands, not a single soul can corroborate his story.
Mr. Ratio, your style of questioning would seem to have a preconceived bias.
Apologies, it's an unfortunate habit of mine. When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief.
Dude, he literally thinks we killed her. He's like, nah, they're guilty. We don't have evidence for it or against it. He did it. Throw him in the slammer.
It is also the most efficient method, judging from my experience. Seeking answers with a negative hypothesis in mind is still valid research. It can still help us reach the truth. If he is truly innocent, he can clear his name with answers. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment.
If you knew Herta, then you wouldn't find it weird.
Don't interrupt other people. Did no one teach you manners?
No, I'm an asshole, you're an asshole. Oh.
Based on your story, you met with Herta and the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
Herta didn't mention the name of the curio. We were talking about something else, and she just mentioned it in passing. However, she did give a thorough description of the curio. I didn't make that up.
True. You wouldn't be able to make that up.
Why do I feel like I'm being looked down on?
Cause he does. He's like the kingly type. He gives Gilgamesh vibes without like the over exaggerated nature. Like, you know how Gilgamesh is all, I'm the best, I laugh, I'm gonna literally murder everyone in front of me because I can. He gives like the high and mighty vibes, but without so much arrogance, you know?
And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name. Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles.
Spontaneous human combustion.
She singles out one nameless ordinary curio.
You mean like that can really happen?
Sure. But you're the one saying the curio in question is ordinary.
Say what you want to say.
A correct observation, if I may add.
Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles.
I remember now. Back then.
That's enough pretending. Herta's collection. An endless trove of...
Sure.
Say what you wanted to say.
That's what I'm trying to
Herta's
say.
collection. An endless trove of...
The curio isn't the point. Herta was only addressing it because of its relation to the Genius Society.
I would imagine the curio is the creation of a genius. Affirmation. It holds some special meaning to Herta.
Yes. That seems logically sound.
Look at his face, he just doesn't care.
Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio.
Yes, to get more information about the curio. I didn't get a direct answer, but Asta recommended I seek out a researcher who could help.
Then you said you asked Asta for however. She decided to hold her tongue until now?
Mr. Ratio, it's because...
I'm asking him, Lady Asta. Your testimony went out the window the second you started being secretive. However, She decided to hold her... So what's the story? Are you full of fanciful fiction? Or is Asta the one hoarding secrets like they're going out of style?
Asta isn't trying to hide anything. It's because of her position. Some things shouldn't be said in the open.
What could be more important than Herta's safety?
I agreed for Mr. Ratio to become involved in this. I should consider him one of us. It's okay. You can tell him.
So what's the story?
I don't know.
Are you full of fanciful fiction? Or is Asta the one
Spontaneous
hoarding
human
secrets
combustion?
like they're going out of...
I remember now. Back then.
That's enough. So what's the story?
I thought that would be
Are you full
right.
of fanciful fiction? Or is Asta the one?
I remember now.
That's
that wasn't
enough.
it either.
So what's the story?
Was it this?
Are you...
The space station has been very distrustful of its higher management, ever since the Antimatter Legion's invasion. Another severe incident would further intensify suspicion.
Oh. So that explains why Lady Asta approved of my participation. After all, the Intelligentsia Guild's representative wouldn't be
That's
linked
what
to the
it's
space
called,
station, but would
Intelligentsia.
still
I thought it was
share the
stupid.
IPC's position. They wouldn't be partial to anyone, but would still act for the space station's benefit. Two birds with one stone. Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard that...
Yes. I ran into Arlen when looking for
Adler?
A level 2 researcher. According to the Department of Ecology head, he knows more about curios than anyone else. He happened to be helping Arlen investigate the disappearances.
Well, did he enlighten you?
Adler seemed to have an idea at the time, but he never contacted me again.
I would just like to point out that the Trailblazer gets so many voice lines compared to the Traveler. Like, holy shit, they're having a full-blown conversation.
Researchers' disappearances, you clearly, though. It bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked.
No connection? I disagree. There should be evidence linking them together.
Clearly, though. It bears no connection to Herta's...
I remember now.
Okay, that
That's
wasn't it
enough,
either.
but clearly, though. It bears no...
No. If I recall correctly, Asta said, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal. Don't know the location. Isn't that the same as missing?
She did say that. But then what? You need to provide evidence to show incidents are linked.
There should be evidence. Arlen discovered something odd when he was investigating the disappearances. The space station's automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated around the time the disappearances happened. Arlen mentioned that each victim disappeared due to spontaneous combustion.
Huh. But there are no signs of a fire anywhere in the space station.
That's what's so odd about it. But this information has an additional layer of importance. This may not be direct evidence, but if the system also recorded the fire suppression system activating when the puppet was attacked, then there's ample evidence to indicate that these two cases are linked.
Checkmate, beesh.
If these two incidents were caused by the same person,
I would have never gotten out of this interrogation room. I would have forgotten everything.
provided that this fire suppression record does exist in the system.
We'll see in the main control room. Let's go. Huh?
Is it Herta? Is she just all of a sudden texting us? She's here, she's here, she's here. Who? The big shot. Oh my god. What?
Harrider News Flash. This is an urgent broadcast. I repeat, this is an urgent broadcast. News has finally emerged regarding the attack on Madame Herta. The Annihilation Gang has claimed responsibility for the incident and warned of further activity.
The Annihilation
Guild has
Gang.
expressed utmost condemnation.
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. They give no thought to the masses. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction.
Oh, is this the Devil Man? That's gonna be playable?
Always there are
Oh,
cowards
let's
trying in vain to
go.
reject their favor and escape the wounds.
I am so
Play
excited
as
for
far
this
as you
dude.
can, no matter the distance.
He's probably not going to be playable till like 3.0, but still, I really want that character.
This is...
A declaration of war, and an announcement of what's to come. They have set their sights on you. The Legion's impact remains, and the Annihilation Gang is already paying a visit.
This Duke Inferno Ifrit is a life form that hails from Fatora, a world long since destroyed. His race, the ever-burning fire demons, regard Nanook as their emperor and savior, but the Eon has never cast their
They're
gaze
actually
upon
called
them.
fire demons?
A group of pitiful lunatics. I like Dr. Primitive's assessment of them. The value Nanook sees in the Annihilation Gang is perhaps far less than one might see in a child who deliberately broke a vase. The fire demons have a cruel temper and instinctively ignite and destroy items.
Okay.
Ifrit is particularly evil and cruel.
So his name
even
is
among his
Ifrit?
kin. The Everflame mansion he heads is even the arch-enemy of the Japella Brotherhood. Despite
Like the fire
both
spirit from
groups
Final
belonging
Fantasy?
to the Annihilation Gang.
Japella Brotherhood. I've heard that name somewhere.
On the Stellaron Hunters wanted posters, they stand accused of inciting the Japella Rebellion, the
And destroying that
uprising
whole
caused
world.
the downfall of the Brotherhood.
The Japella Palace crumbled in the scorching flames, and Ifrit's power has grown by the day ever since.
Makes
Something
sense.
similar is about to happen here. Spontaneous combustion? For him, it's as routine as me finding
you know,
fault in
there's that theory that Sam is
the
actually one of them,
disappearance of
a fire demon,
researchers and the puppet were all part of the plan.
but he wears a suit of armor to
After
pretend
that-
to make himself look human. But whenever he activates his actual powers, the fire comes out of his suit and everything. I'm pretty sure Sam is actually a child though in the suit of armor, so I'm pretty sure that theory's already been debunked because of leaks.
That video will soon circulate. And this station's fate? Flames.
Yeah, we'll
Nothing.
just kill him.
The destruction of trust.
I'm afraid more than trust will be destroyed here. You need to start acting now if you want to survive. You, come with me.
Just me?
You have a superior strategy? Pray tell, do we...
If we did that, we'd be at a disadvantage. I'll stay here and try to contain the news as best I can. Please, investigate the issue quickly.
Alright. Going on a little investigation date with Dr. Ratio. I'm okay with that. Ooh, chest. Don't really know where I'm supposed to go though. Let's head up here. Have you
If
guys
there's
tried the
nothing
new
pressing,
challenge mode yet?
let's
I
take a
haven't.
look. If only I got paid more.
What's up, Arlen?
Not good. This is serious. The security department will do whatever we can to help you.
A list of the missing researchers and their details.
Sure, but the security department already combed through their backgrounds and personal relationships. We didn't find anything odd. The Annihilation Gang are a group of die-hard thugs. They might be attacking indiscriminately.
A list of the missing researchers and their details.
Alright, Dr. Ratio, I get it. You're impatient.
Okay.
Take it. Remember these names. Find a friend who's tuned into the gossip around here and tell them you want to know the relationship between these people.
What do you have in mind?
I don't know. That depends on your friend.
Okay. As usual, one picture of Himiko and one piece of gossip. Okay. So very like you. Oh, I forgot about her. She's like obsessed with Himiko. Doo-doo. I can understand it. I can understand it. Himiko is very pretty. She's also very scary.
What else do you need me to do?
Take me to the one who knows the most about curios within the Department of Ecology.
He disappeared too.
What happened?
I didn't really notice at first. Adler's difficult to get a hold of at the best of times. But it's been a few system hours, and I still can't reach him. Even the surveillance cameras can't find any trace. The last time I saw him was in the Master Control Zone. He was with Wen Sherling from the Department of Implement Arts.
Lead the way. You said if his disappearance is also related to the case here, then maybe he really did stumble upon something important.
Like how they're doing it.
True. The keywords that got Adler thinking were energy life forms. Duke Inferno is also an energy life form. Coincidence?
I think not.
We need to investigate this.
This is definitely like a Sherlock's Holmes case kind of thing. About Duke Inferno. Infrit? From... can't say its name again. Best not to get involved with them. The space station is in trouble. I want to know more about them. Understood. Wait for my contact. You be careful yourself. If anything changes, notify as soon as possible. Is this what you mean by them saying, like, they debunked your theory? Because we contacted Dan Heng? Is that how it debunked it?
That jerk. Fine. Disappear. I don't ever want to see your face again.
Who got you so upset?
Oh, it's you. It's Adler. Adler disappeared. He's been acting really weird recently. Always researching stuff like spontaneous combustion, supernatural activities. He doesn't even answer me when I speak to him. He was talking to himself.
What did he talk about?
Do you think Acheron is going to be in a... I think she's 2.1, right? I think what I'm going to do for the next couple updates is I'm going to pull for Dr. Ratio's light cone and then stop. Pull for Black Swan, get her. And then I'll probably skip the other person and then save for Acheron.
He kept saying the word phrase.
Phrase.
We'll get him back.
Who said I want him back? But if you want to find him, he was reading this booklet the last time I saw him.
I'll probably go for Acheron's light cone too.
I don't know exactly
I might wail
what he's
for
searching
Acheron.
for.
I love
but
May.
I hope it can help you.
All right. You got something? Yep, but it's not what you expect. Go on. The investigations and their inspirational relationship don't seem to have an overlap, but they all have pretty extreme comments against the management of the dark web. A large number of supporters. What? I know this result will bring a lot of things to mind, but regardless, it is the truth. Thanks.
Your countenance
I'm gonna say for
suggests
Acheron.
tragedy.
Yeah, I understand.
So the researchers who disappeared were at the forefront of challenging management. Isn't that a curious puzzle piece? I finished browsing through this booklet while you were replying to messages. It recorded the lives of a few Genius Society members. I'd say it contains some interesting information.
You said you were going for the trio team. Who are you gonna have for the fourth member? You You gonna add another Honkai Impact 3rd character?
It's time to go back and chat with Lady Asta and Mr. Screwlum.
You gonna throw a Welt in there? Or a healer? I think we've only scratched the surface of this Ifrit. What happened? The fire demons of Torah are ferocious and cruel by nature, but Ifrit easily rose to the position of clan leader. And even among the fire demons, his flames belong to a special category? What do you mean? Instant by every flame man. I found similar eyewitnesses reports. Oh my god. I want to go. I can't. I have to wait for him to be done just so I can scroll back up and read. In many instances, mansion, I found similar eyewitness reports claiming that the miscreant materialized from Ifrit. I suspect that Ifrit's flames may inherit some sort of ability that may inherit some other ability than burning. That in relation to its origins, I have heard of flames similar properties with different capture, and because it kept, so he can teleport with his flames. Okay. He can basically use his flames to kidnap people and to teleport himself. I don't know if anyone knows like X-Men, but there's a villain in it called Diablo or something. He's like the red version of Nightcrawler, and I think he has fire, like he can shoot fire from his hands. He can also teleport. This guy kind of just feels like a ripoff of him. It's enough, thanks. That's good. Kiana, May, and Bronya, are you not gonna have anyone else on the team? That's what I'm asking. Are you gonna have like Welt on the team? Are you gonna have a healer? Because you're gonna have 4 people on a team. You're just not gonna have that 4th place. Teleport. Because I'll probably have a trio team too. If you say Luocha, I'm gonna be so mad at you. Nah, I will die.
You're back. I've been monitoring the dark web. I barely managed to stop the video from spreading. The incident hasn't grown
What if
any
Kiana's a
bigger
healer?
for now.
You could have Natasha. She's from Honkai Impact 3rd. She can heal.
Less than promising. Or we're running out of time. Let's retrace our steps and evaluate the situation. From the depth.
Again with this?
Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some vital information.
Adler also.
You think that Adler...
Indeed. And first, Adler, the next angle.
Distasteful to...
A mere glance at their background would indicate, however. After
I'm not gonna lie,
Lady
I don't
Asta
care anymore. These missions bug me.
The next angle is last. Is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the secret. You probably already know about the fire demon of Fatora. The Duke of the
Trio means
Annihilation
3.
Game.
I know.
Is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the secret. During prior unrest, instigated by the ever-flame, the flickering tongues of Duke Inferno's fire carrying a certain property, and this property is the secret behind spontaneous human combustion. Look, the answer is right there. This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions. Claim the kindling of this unique flame must be the missing curio that Hurt has been searching for.
Somebody was once able to glimpse the traces of the phase flame, and obtained a wisp of its kindling. Herta kept it and lent it to Ruan Mei for her research.
Oh, fucking hell.
But the
This is all
kindling was
Ruan Mei's
lost in
fault,
the
isn't
process. If Ifrit is a scion of the Phase Flame, then the entire incident is now clear as day.
Why does Ruan Mei have to exist?
The kindling of this unique flame. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. Undoubtedly, the curio Herta asked to find was the Phase Flame.
That Ruan Mei had, and probably just experimented on, let it go, or did something else stupid with it.
And Adler already discovered the relationship between spontaneous human combustion and the Phase Flame through the concept of
Can I just like hit...
forms.
I need a buzzer to just like... Every time Ruan Mei does something stupid, I just smack the buzzer, get the annoyed sound, get a check on the board or something.
I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered.
I understand.
Tenuous connection. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered.
Nope. Nah, I'm right.
When
Ruan Mei is
Shirley
always
said,
the cause for everything bad.
Adler kept
And
muttering
Luocha.
about a
Luocha
phrase
and Ruan
before
Mei.
he disappeared. I believe this word was actually phase. He saw member 29 Sir Call's research topic in this booklet and verified his hypothesis. As a scion of the Phase Flame, Duke Inferno would naturally share similar capabilities. Full-on phase shifting may be a bit too ambitious for him, but teleportation, that's likely more his speed. That is the truth of the spontaneous human combustion. The researchers didn't disappear. They were moved.
Ta-da! We did it!
We don't know where the victims went, but Duke Inferno's
Mei is
plan
not in this quest.
is now clear.
But she was already mentioned. And listen, they said that this kindling flame, phasing flame or whatever, was the energy life form, the curio that Herta had on the space station that she lent to Ruan Mei. And now it has been stolen or missing by Infrit. How did he get it? I know he can teleport, but like, did she just not lock it up? Did she experiment on it and throw it away? Did she do something like, what did Mei do for it to fall into Infrit's hands? Like, it was under her care.
And the sudden and consecutive disappearances provided the best environment for chaos to fester.
They literally just said that, like, Herta lent it to Mei and then Infrit stole it.
Once the seed of unrest has sprouted,
maybe. They never
he
said
will
how
then
he
send
got it.
out an announcement for an imminent attack.
There's like a 90%
It will
chance that
push the
Mei just
crisis
was like,
from the
oh,
dark into
you
the
want
light,
this? Sure, I'll give it to you for a
catalyzing
piece of
into
cake.
new growth and bloom. The next step would be to ignite the spark. Look at those researchers who disappeared. What would happen if someone realized their similarities? I need say no more.
It was all a premeditated trap to stir up chaos on the space station.
We're running out of time.
My headcanon is now that Ruan Mei will do very terrible and very awful things for a piece of cake. She's a villain for cake.
No, it isn't enough.
You know what? I'm gonna do a 10 pull. Because you know what? If I do a 10 pull on her banner, I'm gonna get her because of how much I don't like her. Watch.
Indeed. It needs
I'm gonna get a
one
5-star
more
just because
spark.
I don't want her.
What do you mean?
I'm not gonna talk.
If you limit your involvement to this, there's still room for excuses. If it were me.
You know how much I am against Mei.
I
There
would
is,
give you the chance.
there's no...
Could it be?
Huh? What is it?
Well, that happened. Well, Asta was just kidnapped. Okay.
Stay calm. Asta was merely teleported. Her life was not in danger. Based on first-hand experience, I have ascertained that Ifrit's flame is simply a splinter of the primordial phase flame, lacking any phase shift ability. Logic. Asta is still within the confines of the space station.
But where?
That flame must still be somewhere inside the station. Find it, and we'll find a way to bring her back.
Okay. I'm just gonna plug my phone in. Because it's saying it's dying. Oh, is that Infrit?
Splinter, you say? The arrogance of the gifted is charming in its own way.
Is this Infrit's voice?
Try then if you must.
It
sounds like an
seems
old
that Duke
man.
Inferno didn't deign to personally grace the space station. He merely cast infernal fire into our midst to wreak havoc among the researchers. When the fire fizzles out, his malevolent plans will vanish without a trace.
Kind of smart.
I will head
in
to
a way.
Herta's office and activate the folded space in the curio storage room. With some Mr. Ratio, please go with Mr. Trailblazer and contain the fire.
Okay. Ooh. They're weak to imagine. Oh, we get to use Dr. Ratio! Let's go! I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Yet another journey with you, Imbibiter Lunae.
What do you mean, another journey with you? Okay.
The infernal fire is also a form of energy life form. The imaging device will pick up its trace. Follow it.
He's all pretty.
For the theater of the mediocre.
I love his statues so much.
For the theater of the mediocre.
I'm sorry.
For the theater of the mediocre.
Oh my god!
For the theater of the mediocre.
How many are there? There's so many different poses.
For the theater of the mediocre.
Oh my god, they're all different. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm back now. Okay, I'm gonna do a temple. Watch, it's gonna be her. It's gonna be Ruan Mei. You know how I know? Because I hate her. That's how I know it's gonna be her. Damn. I guess I was wrong. I didn't even get a 4-star that time. You know what? Fair.
The way is awash with flames. It must have just teleported. Be careful. Get ready to dash into the fire. See? It's still in the space station.
It's
Like
actually really
Scroll said,
cute.
it cannot escape from here.
Look how angry he is.
Do you know what to do with cornered prey? Hunt it.
It's really cute. I want to get some more of the, like, purple skill points. I want to see
For the theater of the mediocre.
how many different ones there are.
The fire is dying. This place is strange.
It's still resisting. The fold in the space has shifted. I can deduce its escape route with a mere glance.
Okay. That's good.
For the theater of the mediocre.
We get to use Dr. Ratio.
Awaken dormant scales. World cleansing dragon. The times are changed.
I just realized I'm using triple imaginary. I should have brought Tingyun and gone full imaginary. That's my bad.
Heaven surge. Rise.
Tingyun would have increased our damage more than Branya. Although we would get more crit with Branya. Or not Tingyun, I'm sorry. The other one. Shit, why can't I remember her name? What's the other one's name, guys? Not Tingyun, the older one. The bow. I'm blanking on her name and I feel so bad.
Answer me. The times are changed. Heaven surge. Break.
You chose the wrong.
There's always a weakness.
I'm asking questions.
Test.
He's fun. I want to get his ult though.
Your answers? Answer me.
The time to awaken dormant. World cleansing dragon.
I'll see you off.
You'll pay for this.
Are you guys gonna build Dr. Ratio when you guys get him? Like, are you planning on using him or are you gonna use someone else? Like, I know I already have Imbibed Lune, but I think I'm definitely gonna build him. Like 100%. Probably gonna add him to my Imbibed Lune team anyway, to have a full imaginary team.
Why? This has nothing to do with you.
The flame is getting weaker. Duke Inferno can't maintain it anymore.
I'm kinda bummed that he's not, like, hasn't shown up. It'd been really cool to see Duke Inferno. Like, actually in-game.
For the theater of the mediocre.
It's actually kind of useful. Yukong! That's her name. That took me way too long to remember.
Receive divinity.
Do not fret.
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead returns!
She increases imaginary damage. That's why I should have brought her.
Got the defense?
Test. The times are
Ooh,
changed.
his ult time.
SAS. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Heaven surge.
It's not like the coolest thing ever, but like the stride away after he does it, really, really cool. I definitely can see though, he's really strong, but he definitely has energy problems. Getting his ult up consistently is gonna be hard. I'm definitely gonna have to try and get him some energy. Unless, like, this build just doesn't have much. Like, that's the problem. So it's down. Down the elevator? Other elevator working? There you are.
What is your goal?
Killing you, apparently, even though you're really cute, and I don't want you to die.
Seems like this chase is about to end.
Here we go. We're gonna have to fight the swarm disaster. I feel like it's just gonna lead us to the swarm disaster. I'm okay with that. It's a fun fight.
For the theater of the mediocre. For the theater of the mediocre.
Awaken, dormant scales. World-cleansing dragon. The times are changed. Heavens, rise!
Next up. I think it is going to take us down to that weekly boss.
For the theater of the mediocre.
The times are
That's a
changed.
really good weakness break, though.
Heaven surge. Break!
Really, really good. You know, I've actually started working on my Sealy again. Mainly because I really need quantum damage dealer. Because I haven't used her since I got some of the newer characters, like in Bybert Lune. So her build sucked. It sucked for a really, really long time. So I've been starting to artifact grind for her. And oh my god, I officially hate building her. She needs so many stats. She needs attack, crit, energy. It sucks. I 100% remember why I stopped building her.
Ignorant fools blindly chasing the firelight, not knowing that the blessings of destruction already lie at their feet. It is little wonder that even the saint of the Savior's Legion was unable to cleanse this place. I will acknowledge my brashness. For now, but next time.
So is he admitting defeat already?
A small fragment of consciousness in there is gone. Duke Inferno has discarded this fire. Oh? No. Hold on.
He did say or what was it? The gifts of destruction lay at your feet. Yeah, it was a trap. Here we go!
Ah, the banal theatrics of stalling. Let's not. Shall we?
World-cleansing dragon. I sense a storm. Heaven surge. Rise!
You chose the wrong enemy.
Lend me your strength.
Let's go.
We've entered the
Bronya.
storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Heaven Surge. Break.
So this is the extent of miscreants materializing from the Inferno. Seems like Dr. Primitive wasn't wrong.
Kaboom.
Test.
He's really good, actually.
The fire is weakening. It's preparing to flee. You, keep your eye out for Lady Asta's whereabouts. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Merciful Medicus.
Heaven Surge. Rise.
0 points.
0 points.
Awaken, Dormant's world cleansing dragon. The times are changed. Heaven Surge. Break.
That was very easy. Asta! What about the others? What about the others? We only saved Asta. Didn't it kidnap like 5 other people?
Good work. You did very well.
Did we save everyone or just Asta?
Rest assured, Asta only had a fright. She is recovering in the clinic. While you were chasing the enemy, the security department also found the missing researchers. Affirmation. They are all safe and sound.
Good.
It was all thanks to Adler. They fell into a spatial curio and could not leave until the Department of Ecology's most knowledgeable curio expert solved it from within.
Like the stigma space in Honkai Impact 3rd? Really?
Many of them were shaken by their experience when Arlen found them.
They use the same
But they are
concepts
otherwise
over and over
fine.
again. They just change their names.
Yes, it is over. This business is over, and I believe the space station will be able to deal with any internal aftershocks. In Herta's stead, I thank you for your efforts, sir. But there is one mystery that remains unsolved.
What's that?
And that is something I must deal with myself.
How did they get a hold of the flame from May? It's because she just gave it to him. They offered her a piece of cake, and she was like, yeah, sure, here, destroy the space station. I like cake. See you later. Because that's May. Frickin' bitch. I swear to God, if this thing goes to ruin May. Got it. That's good.
I've been waiting.
It was Dr. Ratio? Ho ho.
Fallout from this incident remains. Surely you have plenty of pressing matters to attend to.
Answer. That is exactly why I came. After all, the principal figure in this whole affair is right here.
When did you start to doubt me?
When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief. I've had the same bad habit as you since the beginning, Mr. Ratio.
I must say,
But
I'm
why?
quite honored, Mr. Screwlum. But to explain, why opt for silent wisdom when you already had the pieces of the puzzle?
For
Why help us clean it up,
curiosity's
then?
sake, affirmation. I made the same decision as you, to accompany and observe.
Oh, and when did you become convinced?
Objectively speaking, aside from some minor spiritual trauma, no researchers were hurt in this attack, which never aligned with the Annihilation Gang's modus operandi.
So it was never them, like, the Inferno Infant dude was just, like, fake? AI voice.
Logic? A third party saved them.
Had I not fortuitously acquired a spark of the phase flame and intervened in Duke Inferno's teleportation, those people would already be space waste, floating past the windows here.
You are more candid than I calculated.
But still behaving
okay, so it
within
was
your
Duke Inferno. He just kind of
no?
intervened to save the people, but didn't tell anyone he could?
One last question, Screwlum. Genius though you are, can you deduce why I did this?
No.
I cannot be sure and can only hypothesize. Helping the weak hints
I
at
liked
the
my theory
merciful
better
instinct
about
of a
it being
medical
May for
doctor.
cake.
But maintaining a cool, detached observation reveals the strictness of a scholar. And pulling the strings from behind the curtain is akin to laying down the gauntlet to a genius.
The ruler of planet Screwlum is indeed well versed in the human mind. It's a pity you're as much in the ivory tower as other geniuses. You still got one thing wrong. To stand aside and observe is the best treatment one can give. There is a disease called foolishness that is harder to cure than any ailment. The path of erudition has neither reason nor logic. While geniuses wander among the stars, the ordinary can't even trace
But
their
you're a Hunt
footsteps.
character.
Those less gifted have no choice but to walk alone, enduring a lifetime of tumbles and triumphs.
If you follow erudition, why are you Hunt?
But even a life marked by failure is a life worth living. It is only in moments of solitude and despair, when help is absent, that
That's actually true.
A fastidious nature. I cannot
Everyone
stand
always
fools,
is like-
idiots, or imbeciles.
Everyone
Seeing
is
them
always like
fills me with dread.
pretends and puts up
Regrettably,
this
the space
facade
station is just
and all
like
this
the
other kind of stuff. But as
intelligentsia
soon as you
guild,
need someone, like
devoid
people,
of geniuses and filled with mediocrity.
people are so like weird. Like when you're struggling, or when your like family struggling, or going through hard times, or rumors, or blah 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 blah. That's when nobody is there for you. But when like stupid little things happen, so many people make a big deal out of it and try to be there for you for like the like most nonsensical things. It's so stupid and so weird. Like
You wish to uproot the researchers' blind worship of geniuses.
I am only laying out my questions. As for the answers, they'll find them themselves. Pursuit tinged with negativity is still pursuit. And
You are indeed more like a medical doctor than a scholar.
as for the spark I leave behind,
I believe Asta will deal with it properly.
it is also a lesson I left for her. With that, I take my leave. I look forward to future encounters with such brilliant minds. Let's hope they're as memorable as those we had today. A farce full of trivial concerns. Ultimately, they're just mediocre minds.
he's a little crazy. But I'm okay with it. Why might you ask that or say that, like, when I'm not okay with May being very much the same? I don't know. She was a very different, manipulative kind of genius. I'm not... Mainly because she blackmailed us and tried to trick us. On top of a bunch of other, like, kind of disgusting experiments. So yeah, I still think May's worse. And it's still my headcanon that May did it all for cake. Anyway, that was actually a fairly interesting quest. It wasn't like the best one ever, especially with all like the like thinking things. I'm just not a fan of how they do that. It takes forever. You have to keep hearing them repeat the same phrase over and over again until you get it right. It's just meh. But the story itself was very interesting. It was a good introduction to Dr. Ratio, I think.
How quaint. A space so meticulously curated just for my refined tastes. Perhaps the best part is that even with so many present,
more like for
there's a
Himiko's
delightful
refined
scarcity
taste.
of simpletons.
Oh, you're insulting.
That was a compliment.
Bullshit.
As a man who's always on the road, constantly meeting with various characters,
there is no
don't these
way you
encounters
calling us
become
imbeciles
wearisome?
is a compliment. I'm used to it.
It's no small feat. The average person is easily swayed by their environment, after all. Go ahead and try. With this mask on, I intend to keep the world at bay.
So he's a loner. Got it.
Wow, you're finally back! And just in time for the Express's grand spring cleaning.
I'm good.
Have you ever heard of a washtopia? It's a place where space vehicles can stop to rest. There are plenty of them throughout the universe.
There's
They're
a
close enough
space
together
car
that you
wash?
can travel between them without even activating a warp device.
There is a space car wash?
Washtopias only clean the exterior of the train, and they do a great job too. However, the seats, rooms, windows, all the nooks and crannies inside the Express, we have to do those ourselves.
I want to go to the
Since
space
you
car
only
wash.
just got back, why not take a little rest and chat with the crew?
Wait, what is this? Wait, what is this? Okay, challenge, I guess? Should I just bring Imbiber Lune and then use Silverwolf to make it weak to Imaginary? He is definitely my strongest character. I don't know what this is, so I'm just gonna go with this.
Something seems off. Pom Pom already selected a route. We've seemingly gone off course. Strange. Pom Pom's navigation is always precise. Stay vigilant. There might be a magnetic field nearby interfering with the Express's navigation system.
Okay. What is this?
What happened? What's happening? Everything outside.
Does anyone know what's like going? Is this
red.
like a new challenge mode?
What's going on? You really expect me to know the answer to that? Even Mr. Yang looks surprised. That's not something you see every day.
March. The Express encountered an obstruction. The disturbance triggered a chain reaction.
There's a pretty boy DeLuke behind you, Danhung.
The Express was struck from behind by another vessel.
How do you crash into someone in space?
Another vessel in our vicinity encountered the same obstruction and was unable to control its velocity.
We have a guest.
Guests? I don't think they're here for tea.
They appear to be friendly.
If they're here to stir up trouble, I'll teach them a lesson.
Which one's the real one? Okay, there's another person back there.
Another anomaly in this shining universe. A blooming splash of colors. You
Is this his
truly
character
beautiful.
quest? Did I stumble upon his character quest?
A lady? I offer a sincere compliment. You're akin to a flower in winter. Oh? Another beautiful soul. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Argenti. I belong to the Knights of Beauty.
I'm aware.
May I know your name?
I'm still gonna call you Pretty Boy DeLuke. I'm Galactic Baseballer. Did you crash into our train?
Indeed, and I extend my deepest apologies for doing so. I wish to remedy the situation, hence my arrival on the Astral Express.
Now we know he didn't do it on purpose. Hi, Argenti. I'm March 7th.
An honor. I was just explaining the significance of beauty to this foliage.
You were talking to a plant about beauty. I'm not gonna lie. If I did this quest when he was out, I probably would have pulled for him because the insane ones are always my favorites.
Pardon my abruptness, but I have a habit of asking questions. As fellow beings of this universe, are you acquainted with Idrilla the Beauty?
Wait. Aren't you here to help? Are you saying we're also beautiful?
Do you doubt such an assertion? You need not, young sir.
I am kinda good looking. You did just compliment a plant.
Both my words and actions come from the bottom of my heart. You are indeed beautiful, like flowers blooming in the morning sun.
Wait, aren't you here to help?
Yes, though not exclusively. Just as I extol the beauty in this foliage, what I anticipate
Ardila, or whatever her name is,
a collision, an exchange of minds,
the Scion of Beauty. Isn't she like one of the three that we know of that is like dead? Her, the Trailblaze, and there's another one. Like that we know are dead. Because the Trailblaze died after all his trains were destroyed, right? And then Himiko repaired this one. And there was another one they talked about on the Xianzhou. Luocha talked about how that's how he knew Eons could die.
The Knights of Beauty travel from planet to planet, spreading the beauty's glorious reputation across the universe, so that every being may know of their existence. We strictly adhere to the commandments of our faith, tempering our physical forms and upholding our honor. Young sir, now that you know something of the beauty, I wonder, can you resonate with this philosophy and place your trust in Idrilla?
No.
I understand. Young sir, with all due respect, I believe you refuse to acknowledge the beauty simply because you lack knowledge on the subject. I cherish different ideas, but judging from this situation, since you do not understand the beauty, I will have to show you in a way that only a knight can. I earnestly request a chivalrous contest with you.
Okay.
Should I be fortunate enough to triumph, I ask you to acknowledge Idrilla the Beauty as the most peerless beauty of all.
Have you ever seen Idrilla in person?
To my lasting sadness, no. It is an unspoken rule of the Knights of Beauty that commandment
So
is
she's
uttered
literally like
before battle
Aphrodite
between
then,
knights. Forgive me for my lack of eloquence.
Why are you fighting?
Does he have a boss? He has a boss fight? That's
Communicating
cool.
with others can be a most difficult endeavor. It is through action alone that we can convey our intent faithfully.
Damn
May
it,
you understand.
Heaven surge. Rise!
Rise to the challenge.
Eternal sleep.
The dead
return.
Rise to the challenge.
Lend me your
Advanced
strength.
action Silver Wolf.
More enemies. Time for
Try
a
to get.
gun.
Yes, we got imaginary.
You are fighting a gentleman.
Go for.
Good as new.
Repay.
This combat needs up. This is double speed.
Awaken, Dormant's blood-cleansing dragon. Heaven surge.
Great challenge. Put forth all your might.
I underestimated you.
That's his skill, right?
Sorry to interrupt whatever's happening here.
We're having a beauty contest with swords, obviously.
Forgive the interruption, but
We
I
stab
just
each
spoke
other
with
to
Himiko.
see who's
The
prettiest.
situation is more urgent than we imagined.
I have to teach him a lesson. Thank you for tagging me out, Mr. Yang.
You're welcome. Just doing my job.
My deepest apologies, Mr. Yang. My concentration has been solely centered on my conversation with him. Now, it is only fitting to disclose the main reason for my presence here. To work jointly in resolving the crisis before us. I was piloting the one and only through the galaxy when I discovered
That's your
Velite,
ship's name? One and
an
only?
IPC worker who accidentally fell into a huge cave, from which I saved him. Upon saving Velite, I altered my flight course to accompany him to his original location. Consequently, I inadvertently ended up on the Express's navigational trajectory.
Who's...
According to him, he is an IPC worker. I believe he's currently resting in the carriage. He is still in a state of shock.
Or he caused the crash.
He swore to follow Adrilla the goddess after being impressed by what he saw during our adventure.
Why did you rear-end the Express? Man, that is a sentence.
Thank you for coming. It'll be a first for the Express to work alongside the Knights of Beauty.
What do we do now?
Enjoy the present moment.
I meant about fixing the ship. Ugh.
Continue to enjoy the present moment.
That's all you could come up with?
You misunderstand. I must first wholeheartedly enjoy the red night of the universe before I can discover an inharmonious pitch. These two things are correlated. Once I discover the cause, I shall destroy it.
Okay, so you're an idiot who likes to stab things to solve the problem. Got it.
Well, try not to take too long. Things could deteriorate at any moment. Could you please go check on Velite? He looks uneasy. He's a...
Okay.
What is it? Here to cheer me up? Save your breath. Your intentions might as well be written on your forehead. I'm just a small-time IPC worker.
Well, not anymore,
Argentine
bitch.
Rescued me. I don't know anything, and I can't help you guys. I want to go home and have
Can
dinner.
we push the eject button on this douche?
Once we're out of this...
I mean, I just came to see if you're okay. You don't know how to be a dick. Like, especially to someone you don't know and that you're on the ship of. Like, we could 100% push the eject button on your ass.
Did Argenti tell you that? Oh, that guy is unbelievable. Before he rescued me, he said something like, "You must pledge to acknowledge Adrilla, the beauty, as the most peerless beauty of all." I told him I'd marry her if he'd liked, as long as he got me out of that stinking cave first. And he refused. I couldn't believe it. My life was on the line, so I just repeated after him. Adrilla, the beauty, etc. You get the picture. Then he corrected me. It's Adrilla, not Adrilla. Who came up with such an awkward sounding name? I'm a pencil pusher. What the heck do I know about the Eon of Beauty?
Fair.
But of course, I repeated it again in order to survive. Adrilla the beauty, the most peerless beauty of them all! Just like that.
Can't you be more positive?
Do you think I like being negative? My friend, this is what's known as falling prey to the grim reality of life. Understand?
That is a very sad way of looking at it.
When I was young, I assumed my life would be like a novel. I wanted to be
Why
a
would
pilot,
you think that?
flying through outer space, exploring the universe in a grand spaceship. But then my parents told me I'd have to work for the IPC and make a bunch of money to fulfill my dreams.
Right, because the IPC takes over entire planets and forces everyone on the planet to work for them. I forgot about that. Kind of reminds me of why I don't like Topaz. Well, she's not bad. Personally, she's not bad. And she likes pigs, so that's another bonus. I actually really like Topaz. I just don't really like the IPC as a whole. And the fact that she just, like, has so much faith in it kind of bugs me, you know? It did save her planet, though, so I guess.
What do you think? Do rich people make forced vows in caves? I gave up my unrealistic dream of becoming a pilot and worked for the IPC instead. But after running into Argenti, I had an idea. Perhaps I could make some money with him and turn my life around. He's tall, handsome, and a knight. Packaged and marketed the right way, I'm sure he'll pique a lot of interest.
The way you said that really sounded like you were gonna whore him out.
I told him about my idea, that he could advocate for the beauty while also incorporating currency as a notion of beauty. That would allow him to preach more efficiently. He was very impressed. I'm planning to contact the marketing development department as soon as I'm off the express. He'll make a great
Okay, so not
IPC
whore him out.
spokesperson. And
turn him into a cult leader.
Agent. Now, the question remains.
That's
will
worse.
This guy shine brighter as an image-focused idol, or should we showcase his formidable talents and mold him into a powerful star?
An idol?
You're right. It'd be a shame to waste such a handsome face. He just screams idol. So when can I get off the express? I need you guys to solve this traffic jam problem ASAP.
That's enough of your weird ideas. Come and help us.
Were you even listening to me? All right. I have nowhere else to be. Let's go. Huh? What was that sound? Did someone scream?
Yeah, it's just the ghost of the express. You'll be fine. Just don't look in the bathroom mirror or it'll eat you. Okay? Let's go. No, it's obviously just Pom Pom.
There was a strange sound. It was terrifying. Did you hear it? Pom Pom knows the express inside and out. It definitely wasn't the train.
Is it possible that the jolt just now damaged the express? Did something manage to sneak in?
Do we know where the sound came from?
It sounded like it came from the passenger cabins. Or the conductor's cabin.
Huh. Why don't I have a cabin yet?
But those are in opposite directions. How about we go check our own rooms?
I got a bad feeling about this.
Hey, don't scare me. I'm sure there's a scientific explanation for this.
Yeah, like a
right?
monster snuck aboard the train.
Now's the time for action. I'm gonna go check my room.
If March has a point,
Probably shouldn't go
Pom Pom
alone.
will go check the conductor's cabin.
Idiots. Well, that's unsettling.
Is that me? What's she saying? I know your past. The things you want to see, to touch, to know. Your home, family, friends, emotions, what you love and what you despise.
I like the little touch of her eyes being slightly darker.
I'm the complete March 7th, with all of your forgotten memories. Who are you? Why do you look exactly like me? Why did you stop talking? Oh, what kind of creepy...
March, can you hear me?
Huh? My phone. Himeko? really weird happening.
I know. March, get out of there right now.
But...
Run before she attacks you. Dude, that smile.
March. March! Did something happen to March? Not good. I need you and Don Hung to check on March.
I'll accompany you. Velite, you two.
What? Alright, if things get dangerous, I'll hide behind you.
Real brave, dude. Real brave.
It's an insect?
Ugliness. The
It's
inharmonious
a swarm
pitch has
disaster
surfaced.
monster? What are they called? Are they just called swarms? If it's
Honor
not the swarm
compels
disaster?
us to vanquish this dissonance.
Why did the bug look like March then?
Time for a fun.
The strength. Heaven serve. Break! Awaken, Dormant's world-cleansing dragon.
That was so scary. It was like a long-lost twin sister had suddenly appeared out of nowhere. I can't believe it was only a bug.
I did not envision seeing true stings again.
True stings.
Huh?
There was a whole bunch of those bugs chasing me when Argenti found me in the cave.
Are you infected with bug eggs?
I was under the impression that I had successfully routed all of them. However, it appears that the stings continue to pursue us. Could it be? Velite, perhaps you still bear sting pheromones on your body.
Ew. Huh? The bugs want to hump this
What
dude?
is that? Is that bad?
Yes, I've read about true stings in the databank. They emit fibrous particles from their wings during flight, the inhalation of which can induce perceptual distortions and hallucinations.
Okay.
I'm afraid March may have inhaled some of these particles. And that's why she saw another version of herself in the room.
So that was just a hallucination? Huh. Why do I feel kinda disappointed?
I know, I was like so ready for like an alien invasion story quest where like they transform into people on the ship and like take them out in kind of situations.
Wait, I thought hallucinations were supposed to be completely random. Why did I see an identical me?
Did it do anything strange?
It said it knew about my past. And then it stopped talking.
I'm afraid that's not enough information for us to draw a conclusion.
I mean, that
My
is
concern
usually on our
is
mind,
that
so it's
numerous
possible.
stings may have already infested the Express. Their elusive nature helps them stay in the shadows, but they may also be roaming freely. We have to prevent them from propagating. If not...
I don't want to see a bunch of marches roaming around the Express. One of me is enough.
Fair.
We're on the same page.
Yeah. Tong's like, I couldn't handle 2 marches. Just couldn't.
What a heath cloud song. This isn't good. Evidence of a swarm is apparent, and it looks like several eggs are on the verge of hatching.
Oh no.
They're embryos for now, but their transformation into larvae could be imminent.
This is a race against the clock.
So we have to
Check
find the
around the
eggs.
Express.
You discovered an egg? Not the jukebox. Why can't I turn around? Not the jukebox. Is Pom Pom infected? Pom Pom? Did they lay an egg in you? Oh my god, he had one stuck to his tail? That's gross. How did no one notice?
What are you up to?
It's not Welt.
More eggs! The sting's propagated on the express!
The clock is ticking! We need to find a more efficient method and quickly!
I guess we are spring cleaning.
Every one of us should be involved!
What? What am I doing?
Use your brain and think of something!
We take it to the car wash.
Don't you have any emergency procedures in place?
Oh, now that you mention it, Pom Pom does have a backup measure. We'll need... This mobile express cleaner should come in handy.
I knew it.
Wide-angle lens on it. Once we zip it up into the air, we'll have eyes on the whole scene. Not us. I mean, I know this isn't what it's meant for, but we have no other choice. If you think you can do this, I'll start piloting. Watch. Stay alert.
Argenti was talking to the plant. Did he?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Did he put
here.
the eggs
Stay
on a
focused.
ship?
Mind if I take it for a spin?
You still awake?
Oh.
You must be the creature that he mentioned. Does it bother you that people deem you cute? Believe me when I say that you are more than cute, my friend.
Oh my god.
You are a delightful ball of pure charm.
He is flirting
Needless to say,
with
it
a
is an
Wobaboo.
honor to encounter beings such as yourself. But I shall never give up my spiritual training. If this crisis cannot be averted, I shall die for the glory of the Knights!
What's going on? Why is he chatting with these bugs?
I think he's also fallen into a hallucination.
Is he seeing another him?
I don't think so.
He would.
I think he
well,
may be perceiving.
I feel like he would flirt with another him. Actually, I was gonna say I don't think he'd flirt with another him, but you know, now that I think about it, he probably would.
Show your courage.
Beautiful beings! Are you disciples?
He looks beyond saving.
Yeah. Let's
He
kill the
could
bug.
be in considerable danger. Let's proceed. Oh, Grace.
Time for a fun.
The strength. Heaven's son. Break!
You chose the wrong.
There's always a plan.
Not the multiplying. But the people that can cleanse got infected. That sucks.
Heaven's son. Rise!
I must apologize. I cannot believe that such a beautiful creature was merely a hallucination.
You mentioned this thing transformed into an object of beauty. Something that he once spoke of, but that you never personally encountered.
Yes, it was something he mentioned that I wanted to see in person.
I see. This, together with the fact that March's hallucination claimed to know her past, suggests that these visions feed on people's subjective experiences and long-term sentiments. In order to take the form of what they personally desire.
So,
Okay.
in Argenti's eyes, Wubbaboos are a thing of beauty. But my past isn't something I'm constantly thinking about.
Why?
I have plenty of other dreams.
I get they're cute, but beauty?
That's not how it works. The desire to know your past embodies purity itself, a thing of immense value.
I wonder if the dying words of those ugly menaces can be trusted. As the saying goes, even an insect speaks kind words when death is near.
Oh.
Are you implying that the insect imparted you with a message prior to its demise?
Correct. Its final words were, "Celebrate this superficial victory, for you will never be able to acknowledge the existence of the Overlord."
Oh, they're talking about the,
Let's ignore the fact that you
the
understand
swarm Eon. I forget her
insect
name.
speak for now.
The spider
That
wasp
sentence.
thing.
Oh, wait. I think I understand. When reading through the chronicles of interdimensional insects in the databank, I came across a species that had only been described in records. Due to the lack of research samples, the author gave it a tentative name: Giant Sting. This species
swarm
can reach
disaster. We're gonna
tremendous
fight the swarm
proportions
disaster.
and
Got
is
it.
big enough to swallow an entire star knot. I believe the Overlord Argenti mentioned could be referring to this colossal being. And we're...
I think I understand. We are in the belly of the beast.
Ew. I don't want to fly out this thing's butthole.
Yes. That's my theory.
I see. That would explain what Velite and I experienced earlier.
What do you mean?
Did Velite mention that he was trapped in a dark and enormous cave when we first met? Now that I think on it, we did hear sounds akin to swallowing and other movements from the cave.
Yes, and your
Ew.
flight path happened to intersect with the Express's star rail, meaning we might have encountered the very same giant sting.
Oh, what is that?
Huh. It looks like our theory has already been confirmed.
Why is
Let's
he
talk
so
to Mr.
casual
Yang.
about this? Dan Heng, you literally just told us we were swallowed. And you're just okay with it?
Oh, it's so quiet. Someone say something.
After meeting all of you, I, Argenti, can die without regrets.
We're not gonna die.
How's it going? Has there been any progress?
Let me explain the situation.
We were swallowed by a bug. Situation explained.
I see. If the Express has been swallowed, then perhaps we could try pushing the Express's engine into a temporary state of overload and use the momentum to burst out of the giant sting's body.
I really hope you mean like puncture its stomach and not fly out its ass.
Warp jumping requires a lot of preparation, and it might alert the swarm.
It would be risky. The engine might overheat and burst into flames. Still, I don't have any better ideas.
I am not fond of this idea.
Could it fail?
In a word, yes. The outer components of the Express may well be melting in gastric acid as we speak.
It would seem our enormous, hideous enemy is right outside.
So it's either we do this or die anyway.
So my teddy bears and bunnies are gonna be liquefied by stomach acid? I've had them for ages!
So are you,
I need
March.
to find a way to save them.
Let's stay calm. I need some time to check the engine with Himiko.
It's all right. We're in this together.
Have you noticed? Morale on the Express is low.
It's all right. We're in this...
Himiko.
It's rare to see March genuinely worried. But Given the circumstances, maybe you could try reassuring some of the crew.
The Express has faced all kinds of obstacles on its journey. Today is just another one. It's no reason to stop trailblazing. Such is the very essence of trailblazing. It is through these trials that we find wisdom and maturity.
Okay. March, cheer up. Your teddy bear isn't dead yet.
The Express is melting?
How is this even possible? I've been swallowed by a cave twice now. Is this my destiny?
Yes, this is all your fault.
We need to get out of this thing's stomach as soon as possible.
Everyone, just calm down.
Calm yourselves, all of you. I'm bidding farewell to this Flora. After having made friends with all the beings on the Express, and having discussed the beauty with each of you, I can now depart this mortal coil without regret.
We're not gonna die.
You and the Fern get a room already? How can anyone establish a bond with a houseplant? Although, I guess you could say the same about me and my teddy bears.
The Express is home to all of us. No
Wait.
matter what happens, we're in this together.
Does Argenti F plants? Because, like,
I guess
he seems more concerned about the Fern than the people.
Who knew our first meeting would be our last?
Oh, Argenti.
Nonsense. This won't be our last meeting.
Are you really about to tell a story? Look, it's been nice meeting you and all, and I'd love to shoot the breeze. But are you people really just going to give up?
No, we're gonna maybe burn out our engines trying to warp out of this thing's stomach.
Velite, I will escort you to your destination. A knight always keeps his word.
Don't assume you can reassure me that easily. I've got a heart of stone, you hear?
Okay, that's enough. In times like this, we should be trying to give each other hope.
I kind of don't want to.
No, the Express is strong. I'm sure we can think of something.
I've completed the engine inspection. Though the warp device isn't immediately operational, I believe we can still manage brief spurts of acceleration.
Mr. Yang, one moment, please. I've suddenly happened upon an idea that might just help resolve our crisis. While the Express is being prepared, I would like to speak with him in private.
Should I be nervous?
Seriously? Can't you just tell all of us?
Were I to air such a proposition among you, verily, it would be dismissed in an instant.
Oh, so you're a mind reader now, too?
At this stage, any plan is a plan worth hearing. March, hang fire. Let's see where this leads us.
Thank you.
Here we go. He's gonna say something stupid like pray to the goddess of beauty.
For being so abrupt. You must find me strange for wanting to speak with you alone. I will tell it to you straight. I have a strong sense that, as a knight of beauty, I have a duty to fight this battle. I propose that I disembark from the Express to confront the giant sting directly. My strategy is
How?
to
We're
pierce
in its
its
stomach
with my lance, triggering spasms that may cause it to eject the Express.
By yourself?
It is challenging for me to articulate this phenomenon. Yet, when I observe certain entities, an indistinct sensation of beauty arises from my core, discernible only by instinct. Perhaps my long solitude traversing the cosmos has made it difficult to discern where these sentiments originate. But as a knight, I realize my obligation is to safeguard the seed that embodies beauty, standing as a bulwark to defend it against all.
Okay.
The Astral Express is that seed. It feels warm, like a home to me. I am certain this is thanks to the strong friendship you have with one another. That is why I must swear to fight to protect this warmth, rather than be protected by it. I am willing,
I love how the music is
time
swelling
and
behind
time
his
again,
speech.
to protect these seeds of beauty, to allow them to bloom into pure and radiant flowers, to demonstrate my devotion to them.
Adrilla?
In the pursuit of defending beauty, I have bled into unconsciousness. And in the ensuing stupor, I have witnessed countless times their traces spreading from beneath my feet, reaching into the unknown before me.
Are they a neon?
My rational mind tells me no. Yet my heart tells me to believe. In those past hallucinations, I kept running. Their footprints on the mire-ridden path moved me to a sadness beyond tears. And every time,
you know what I
was
just
a
realized?
breath away from catching a glimpse of their figure.
You know what I just realized about Argenti? He has the exact same hair part and bangs as Dr. Ratio. He even has the same double pupils, except for his has stars.
Yes.
Like, look. He has the double hair
my
part.
duty.
And then this one curls down and has this and these two parts over here, just like Dr. Ratio. And the only thing they really added was they added long hair to it. Like, you can literally see the split of where they just slotted the bangs in. It's not a bad design. Like, it works for him. But then he also has the double colored pupils, just like Dr. Ratio has. And they're coming out within a month of each other.
It is a never-ending cycle of falling and standing up again.
But like
Each
I said, his
time
has the
wander
little stars
closer
in
to
his
death,
eyes.
It gets me closer to the path the beauty once walked. This is my vow as a knight of beauty.
Can I do anything to help?
Thank you, but that won't be necessary. It matters not if my flesh is pierced by the insect's horns. The closer I get to death, the closer I may get to the path of the beauty. I apologize. I have been rambling. As I said, articulation has never been my forte. Let us return to the point at hand. Do I have your support?
I'm still against it. I support you. I'm all
You
for
do?
reckless plans.
Thank you. Your understanding is more precious than any treasure. I have faced many a traveler, encountered flattery and provocation aplenty. It is rare to find a spirit as pure as yours.
Now that I've noticed it, I can't unsee it.
In that case...
I literally... If you don't pay attention to the top of his head, it looks like I'm looking at Dr. Ratio.
Please forgive my inappropriate manner. Our friendship is new, but was forged in the heat of battle, which I only wish we had been able to conclude. I hope now we may conclude it still. I shall prove my will with the blade, defend my honor, and uphold my dignity with the protocol of combat. Win or lose, I will accept the outcome, and thus bid you farewell.
We're fighting him
My
again?
friend, it is an honor to fight against you.
This
Okay.
that needs optimizing. At this speed, too slow. Trickier to
Eternal
crack.
sleep is not the end. The dead return!
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Awaken, Thumens, world-cleansing dragon.
Time for a buzz.
Damn it, we got wind.
Strength. Heaven's surge. Rise!
I'll see you off.
You'll pay for this.
So
Lend me your strength. Time for a buzz.
Quantum, damn.
Put forth all your might. Repay.
I sent a storm. Heaven's surge.
Time for a buzz.
Finally, damn.
This combat need. This is double speed.
Cleanse on you. Eternal the dead
Return.
The flesh wound.
More at
Rise to the challenge.
Strength. Heaven's surge. Break.
Let the duel commence.
More flowers. Okay. That's annoying.
Time for a buzz.
Confess. Put forth all your might. Nothing major. Receive divinity.
Your assistance is we've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Awaken, dormant. World-cleansing dragon. Heaven's surge. Rise!
I underestimated you.
He's actually a really cool boss.
This is double speed. Lend me your strength.
Damn it, I used my skill point. I think
Eternal
Silver Wolf might go down.
Flesh wound. You are fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Grace.
Can I have fun this
Awaken,
time?
dormant. World-cleansing dragon. Heaven's surge. Break.
He didn't do his last phase.
Your demeanor, strength, and the etiquette of your combat. I admit you have won me over. Extraordinary and enjoyable in equal measure. Encountering an opponent of your caliber proves the existence of the beauty.
Can't unsee Dr. Ratio.
The end of our battle signifies.
I literally feel like they're the
moment
same
has finally
person,
arrived.
and Argenti is just gonna like
farewell.
take a wig off and be Dr. Ratio. We will meet again.
I came to the Express to help you find a solution to this crisis. When my mission is complete, I shall venture back into the cosmos. But the cosmos is boundless. We may yet have another encounter. Dear friend, I assure you, I am not a reckless person. I will ready myself for the opportunity.
You basically just said, I'm gonna fight a giant bug that swallowed us whole by yourself. If that's not reckless, I don't know what is.
Excellent, dear friend. After completing my mission here, I shall find somewhere else that requires my protection. Worry not. As a knight, I bear the resolve and honor of assured victory. My body, tempered by countless battles, will not easily be broken. Such a brief, fortuitous encounter. It has been an honor knowing each and every one of you on the Express.
Okay.
Let's go talk with the others.
So, how did your talk with Argenti go?
We fought.
I see. Based on our dealings with him so far, I can't say I'm overly surprised. Sounds like the kind of plan a younger me might have come up with. But that doesn't mean I approve of it.
You just said a younger you would have done it, and he would have. Younger Welt, Hersha of Reason Welt did some crazy things.
I suppose it all depends on how you see his understanding of and devotion to the beauty. If you're certain, I trust your judgment.
I took a nap just now and dreamt there was another me piloting Argenti's one and only. What's wrong with me? I never dream. After stealing Argenti's spaceship, I said to myself, go find Argenti. I'm not the type to start caring about people I've only just met. The dream made me feel a little uneasy. So what on earth is Argenti up to anyway?
He wants to fight the giant sting by himself.
Huh? What? He wants to fight that huge bug on his own? So all that talk of departing the mortal coil and bidding farewell to a plant, that was all serious? You refused him, right?
He insisted.
That's a suicide mission! And for what? Don't get me wrong, I don't really care. But if he dies, how am I going to turn my life around? Alright, fine, I care about him.
Yeah.
Ugh, why is he so difficult? Are his beliefs more important than his life? No way, I've gotta talk some sense into him.
I feel like he's gonna end up going with him.
After jumping from the express, I shall pierce the wall of the giant sting's stomach. It should then violently convulse, so the express can escape the confines of its body. Velite, have you something to say?
It's reckless to put yourself in danger. Do you really have to fulfill your nightly duty?
Can he breathe in space?
I just don't get it.
Does he have a spacesuit? Because he's literally talking about
you may not have realized,
standing in space.
But you have a unique and noble soul. I hope I can keep my promise to escort you to your destination.
You... Oh, what the heck? Fine. I can be brave too, you know. If you insist on doing this, then I'm coming with you. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be alive right now.
I knew he was gonna go with him.
I may not be as strong as you, but I'll do whatever I can.
I appreciate that. But it would be best for you to remain on the Express.
You're impossible. Fine. It suddenly struck me that if it weren't for this accident, we would never have met, let alone become friends. My life is a third-rate fiction next to your heroic saga, but at least they coincided. So you still want to do it? Are we gonna say goodbye here? Then don't die. I'll be waiting for you. After we fix this mess, you've got some spokesperson duties at my company to attend to. Just make sure you come back in one piece.
Little bromance forming there.
Do not worry. You will hear my shout. Idrilla the Beauty is the most peerless beauty of them all. Once the Express is safely out, I will devise my own exit plan and navigate my way to safety. Having witnessed this spectacle, I am sure you will come to grasp the depth of my convictions. In the sanguine, eternal night of the universe, my existence professes a loyalty greater than the guileless.
And he stretches his sentences out a lot. Oh, it flew out of its mouth.
We made it!
Why are there fireworks?
What is that? Did the Express make the universe explode?
No, this is a hallucination caused by the giant sting. The commotion must have led to a great shedding of wing particles.
Huh? Then maybe the insect wasn't that big. Maybe it was all an illusion.
I'm afraid not, March.
Yeah, we flew out of its mouth. Well, yay! Clap, clap! We did it!
I bet Argenti would think these fireworks were really... beautiful. We didn't know him very long, but he was a pretty nice guy.
I would 100% have pulled for him if I did his quest.
To escape the crisis.
I'm not gonna lie, like I didn't pull for him because I just saw, oh, pretty boy Luke, physical. He's just okay. His trailer kind of made him seem a little pompous, you know. But after actually getting to meet him in the story, I actually really liked him. So maybe I'll pull on him when he comes back around. We'll see. It depends on, like, who he's matched with, you know?
Velite just left the express too. He looked really upset. I guess he didn't know what Argenti was thinking either.
The Knights of Beauty are made up of individuals who are used to traveling through the cosmos alone. They are difficult to understand, and the starry sky is their home. Perhaps this fireworks show is a symbol of his honor.
But the fireworks
and the starry sky,
he didn't see it.
He has his own goals and struggles. After all, the Eon of Beauty has likely already fallen.
You mean Adrilla? The one he wouldn't stop talking about? But he said he'd find them and fulfill his duty to protect them.
We don't know if she's dead, though. Like, no one's ever actually seen her. No one's seen her die.
The fact that Adrilla has fallen is tacitly acknowledged by some Knights of Beauty. Naturally, there are others who don't want to believe it. Like the one you met. He probably thinks that Adrilla is simply missing, hiding somewhere beyond the reach of mortals. The crisis is over, and our unexpected guest has left. But I think there's still something we should talk about. In your opinion, what is beauty?
A lover's eyes. All fun and no work. Watching cats eat food. That which exists between this crew. Aw, that's sweet. I really want to say the funny one, though. Oh, should I go for the funny answer, or I'm gonna go for this one.
Oh, that's a good answer. Beauty takes many forms, and different people have different answers. Let's assume that Argenti finds the missing Adrilla. Will he be able to recognize them with his human eyes? Or, obsessed with his version of them, will he turn a blind eye and not even see them for who they are?
It did seem like he had a kind of tunnel vision. And it sounded like he was holding himself to unreachable standards to attain his dreams.
He flirted with a plant.
I didn't quite wrap my head around him. I guess if we're ever back in Belobog and see a red-headed knight shouting into trash cans, "Idrilla! Are you in there? Idrilla!" I won't be surprised.
You know what? Fair.
So what? I still think he was a nice guy. Even if he was a bit weird.
Where were we supposed to be going again?
I don't know. I really don't remember. So, are you safe and sound? Enough about us. Ah? It's Argenti. Argenti? I knew it. You're still alive. It's so good to see you that you made it through. The moment a knight enters battle, they should already have a full belief in their victory. When I fought against it, I was as in the light of beauty protected me. Whenever happens next, alas, I shall not recall. I'm glad you're alive. That's great. I'm gonna start crying. Boo-hoo. That's cool. Well, that was Argenti's quest. I didn't even mean to start it, but it was actually really, really good. Anyway, I'm pretty sure there's a new event. Oh, it's just the... Yeah, this one again. So this is another, like, repeat one. This is, what, the third time we've had this one? And that's, like, the new trial. So not technically a new event. But okay. Do. Enter. Oh, Galaxy, you messaged me, new profile picture. That's really cute, actually. Speechless? undercover. Because it's so pretty. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up here for today because we did all the quests that we went to. I would have done the event on camera. Like, I would have, like, streamed it. But, like, this is the third time we've had the same event. And the first 2 times, they were pretty similar. They're kind of like the repeat leyline events in Genshin. They're just good for rewards. So, I think I'm going to call it here for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I am planning on streaming Genshin tomorrow morning. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'm gonna try. So if I am able to, it'll be at 9. If not, then I'm gonna try and do it Sunday. I want to stream Genshin this week before the event goes away, so hopefully I can. But like I said, it's kind of up in the air. A lot of stuff going on this weekend. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, it's been Rain, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.